Back to another episode, y'all. In this video, I want to share with you guys, man, we talk about some car DAs here, guys. Now, this is some of the DAs that I ordered up from, I think it was temu. Yeah, I got it from temu. And all of these, you see, come from temu. And they actually been holding up very well. I've used all of them before. All three of them, I worked them pretty hard, except for this one is brand new. I got to get a battery pack for this one, so I hadn't used this one yet. This one brand new. All right, brand new. I just got to get the battery. Y'all know I'm talking about that little 20-volt battery that you get to put up there or whatever. So then I'll be using this one sometime. But so far, I've used this one. I've used the heck out of this one. I used the heck out of this one. Y'all see me use this one and this one. These two right here a lot right here. So I want to come up and talk about it. A lot of people think, oh, I got to spend $1,000. I got to spend $500 or whatever the case might be on a DA polisher, which you don't have to do that. You just don't. Now, when it comes to DAs, now some of them stronger than others. Like some of them turning faster RPMs or whatever the case might be. That's true. But a lot of time it depends on the pad you use, the way you use a fine cut pad, a medium cut pad, or a heavy cut pad. Now, it depends on that for the most part. Because most of your cut is coming out of the pad. Like I said, well, you got a fine cut, medium cut, a hard, heavy cut. All right, so a lot of the work is in the pad, no matter how fast it's turning. The cut is in the pad. Whether it's turning, whatever it's turning, as long as it's turning, period. To tell the truth. And then on the other hand, a lot of the cut is in the product, whether you're using a complete compound, whether you're using a heavy cut compound, whether you're using a medium cut compound, or using a fine cut compound. So this and the pad go along together. So it ain't really so much of the DA as long as it's turning. No, you can get the same cut with less RPM. Depends on the product that you're using. Oh, you could be using like a smart polish, a strict polish like this. This could be a medium cut. This could be a fine cut. Or this could be a heavy cut. It depends, but it's still a polish. So you get a lot of your cut out of your polish and the pad. The DA, no matter how fast it's turning, as long as it's turning. When it stops turning, then you're in trouble, so... Yeah, I'm just giving it a buck, man. As long as it's turning, and like over here, this is 3D. I worked with this earlier. 3D1. This is a hybrid. This is a hybrid cut compound and polish mixed. So this is a compound and a polish. So you got best of both worlds with that product. If that's more of a medium cut, then you can run with a heavy cutting pad. If that's more of a medium cut, then you can run with a medium cut pad. So a lot of your cut come from the products you're using and the pads. See, so, it ain't so much of the DA, but that I did say some DAs do turn faster than others, but you still can get the job done with all of them, Basically, if you're doing a strict hard paint correction, I would say go with electro ones, which I have in the back. But you just want to keep your car swirl free and, you don't want no swirls and scratches on it. Want to keep the paint slick, up to do, Then you can run with these. They work just great enough for that. And they turn pretty good. They turn fast enough. See there? That's on like number 3 setting. Here's number 6 right here. Is on number 6 setting. See there? Turns plenty fast for doing any kind of, see here? Turns plenty fast, see there? Now if you're using a compound polish or whatever you're using, heavy cut, medium cut, fine cut, it's turning plenty fast enough there. They get out scratches and swirls and stuff. And plus they so convenient that these are portable. You can have you a bunch of batteries. You can go on a job site somewhere and do some polishing on somebody's car. Once you come, clean their car up or whatever. These is what's good about these. They're portable. You ain't got to worry about no generators and all that mess, Just carry a few extra batteries around, you get the job done. Same thing about this one right here. Now this one tell you the meter as well as this one. You turn it on. It tell you right there how much battery life you got. This on number 1 setting right here. Watch this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Go up to 8. So that thing turning plenty fast here. Look at that. You can't take no swirls out with that. You gotta depend on the product you're using and the pad. See there? See that? It's turning plenty fast to take out scratches and swirls. See that? Now you could have a fine cut pad up here. You could have a medium cut pad up here. You could have a heavy cut pad up here. Now a lot of the, like I told you guys earlier, a lot of the cut depends on what kind of pad you're using, what kind of product you're using, whether you're using a heavy cut compound, whether you're using a medium cut polish, whether you're using an all-in-one compound and polish. So they work good. I like this one the same way. It has the meter right here where you can tell you how long your battery is gonna last. Matter of fact, I could pop a battery in here right quick. I got one couple over there that I took off the charger. You guys hang tight. I'm gonna pop a battery in here. Hang tight. Okay, I'm reloaded. All right, guys, so I just popped a fresh battery in here. I just took it off the charger. I'm actually charging up some batteries. So let's hit this one. I'm show you guys how this one does. And now, like I said, I got all these from Temu for around 40, 50 bucks. So all of them together probably ran me about $200 for all of them. So, you know what I'm saying? I paid maybe 200 bucks for all of them put together. All right, so let's go on and hit it here. Here we go. That's 1, and the battery is full, telling you. That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. That's 6. That's 7. That's 8. You can't see that? That thing got plenty of power for taking out scratches and swirls and stuff. You know? You know? It's got plenty of power for taking out scratches, swirls, halos, oxidized paint surfaces or whatever. A lot of times, like I said, it depends mostly on the pad, where you got a fine pad up here, fine cut, medium cut pad, or a heavy cut pad. Depends on what you're working on. And then it depends on how aggressive the product is you're using. It's turning plenty fast. If people will tell the truth, it's turning plenty fast, man. A lot of times in the pad, and it's in the product you're using. That's where you get most of your cut from. It ain't the speed of the DA. It's the pad and the polish. That's what do the cutting. See, even if you had to hit it several times, you know, you can do something. If you think you ain't quite got it like you want it, you can hit it again. You know, you can hit it several times. Like I said, you can hit it 3, 4 times it need to be. It depends on you, because, you know, when you're doing paint correction to your own vehicle or whatever, it's got to look good. It's got to satisfy you, you know what I'm saying, before it satisfies anybody else. So these Temu DAs, you know what I'm saying, all of them I ordered from Temu. I maybe paid 200 bucks for all of them. Probably about 50 bucks a piece, you know. So I got all of them right there together, you know. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoy. I just want to talk about these DAs because they've been holding up so well. They've been very good. I've done a lot of working with them over the summer, and they've been good for me. All right, I'll hit you guys on the next, man. Hit that subscribe button, and your boy's out, man. I just want to share that. Peace.